It's 7:19 now. I'm Dayna Roselli with Joe Gillespie. Well, what role does technology play in conventions? We have a lot of them here in town, and they're growing year after year. On the KXNT hotline, we have Mark Haley, the president of Smart City. Good morning.
Good morning, Dana.
Well, tell us about this. I can only imagine. Conventions are so huge nowadays that you need all sorts of technology to kind of make them run smoothly, especially wireless.
Absolutely. I think everyone's aware of that overall mobility is playing a huge part in society today. Everybody has a smart device, a smartphone, a tablet, wearable exercise, Fitbits, and so forth. And the reality now is that you can leave the house with clothes on your back, a charged smart device, and cash in the bank, and you can go a long way. And that's what our convention attendees are expecting. They expect to be connected whenever they attend conventions or come to cities and walk into your convention center.
Now, does that require some different device than the device they're probably carrying?
No, it's the one device. That their life revolves around that device, and when they come to your city, they expect each hotel, meeting facility to be able to accommodate them and the device or devices, because many of our convention attendees are actually carrying multiple devices.
Yeah, absolutely.
When they come to our cities.
Tell us about Smart City Networks. What do you guys actually provide?
We're the nation's largest provider of event telecommunications and data networks in conventions and meeting venues. So we have 37 facilities across the country, mainly convention centers, but we also have 3 NFL stadiums. And we will install and manage the wired and wireless networks, phone services, do some digital signage at 35 facilities across the United States.
Wow, that's a lot. Conventions are, it's like I feel like everyone I talk to, all my friends across the country, they're always leaving town to go to a convention.
Yeah, no, it's, there's been, over the years, there was, first it was going to be, conference calls were going to replace meetings, and then teleconferences and other types of virtual meetings and so forth. But overall, we're social animals. We want to get together. We want to have our technology with us, but we want to get together and talk with people face to face, and that's why the face-to-face market continues to grow and evolve, and technology is a big part of it.
And while we're sitting at the hotel bar face-to-face having this conversation, we're also looking down constantly at our device.
Absolutely. And then, of course, with the inclusion now of millennials and younger folks, as we call them, the digital natives, who are now participating in business meetings and so forth, they have that expectation that everything has to, as you're sitting there, you're connected to not only the person you're talking to, but you're still connected to your friends back at home.
So instead of somebody having to go down to the lobby to check what time the session is on this or that, or where the hospitality suite is, you're just feeding all this kind of information to people?
Correct. A lot of the shows now are putting all of their convention material onto the device, onto an app, which you can then access from your device to find out where the next meetings are and so forth. But they're also starting to integrate in social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, and a lot of those types of applications where, you may not know that one of your friends from college is also attending that convention, but if you're tied in on LinkedIn or Facebook, you'll get a notice of that.
Wow.
So it has applications beyond just, what we might be used to using it for today.
And we're talking to Mark Haley, the president of Smart City. So one more thing, take it a step further. Is there anything that we can't imagine that's going to happen maybe for the future of conventions?
If you had asked me that 5 years ago, there's probably things today I didn't think would have come along so quickly. But, the more people get together and determine faster, better, cheaper ways of doing these types of things, I think the sky's the limit when it comes to the meetings industry and the technology that we can integrate into it.
Yeah.
Mark, thanks.
You're welcome.
Mark Haley, president, Smart City Networks. They say they're the nation's leading communications provider for conventions.